Gentlemen, let's talk about the single most powerful item in a man's wardrobe, the leather jacket. It is a piece that carries history, rebellion, and an undeniable masculine edge. However, for us men over 50, wearing leather is a high-risk, high-reward game. Execute it correctly, and you channel the timeless cool of Steve McQueen or the refined elegance of Italian industrialists. Get it wrong, and you risk looking like you are wearing a midlife crisis costume. And where does this outfit usually fall apart? It is not the jacket itself. It is what you put on your feet. I see this mistake constantly on the streets. I see men pairing a beautiful, expensive leather jacket with bulky, neon running shoes, creating a jarring, messy look that screams confusion. On the other side, I see men forcing formal black Oxfords into the mix, making the outfit look stiff and unnatural. To master this look, you need to understand one fundamental principle: visual weight. Your footwear must anchor the jacket. It needs to match the jacket's ruggedness while maintaining the sophistication appropriate for a man of our age. Today, I'm going to walk you through the definitive footwear guide for leather jackets, focusing on the quiet luxury aesthetic that prioritizes quality, texture, and Italian nonchalance. Part 1. The Chelsea Boot. The sharpest choice. If there is a single footwear style that forms the holy matrimony with a leather jacket, it is undoubtedly the Chelsea boot. For the gentleman over 50, this is not just a shoe. It is a secret weapon of style. While sneakers offer comfort and Oxfords offer formality, the Chelsea boot occupies a unique middle ground. It offers attitude. Historically associated with the rock and roll scenes of the 60s and the sophisticated mod movement, today it stands as a pillar of the quiet luxury wardrobe. Why? Because of its silhouette. The defining characteristic of the Chelsea boot is the absence of laces. This creates a clean, uninterrupted vertical line from your trouser leg down to your toe. For a man in his 50s or 60s, this is incredibly advantageous. It elongates the leg and provides a slimming effect that bulky lace-up boots simply cannot achieve. When you throw on a leather jacket, which often adds bulk to your upper body, especially if it is a bomber or a lined racer, you need something sleek at the bottom to maintain proportion. The Chelsea boot delivers exactly that aerodynamic finish. However, the devil is in the details, and the most critical detail here is the shape of the boot. This is where many men make a fatal error. You must strictly avoid chunky, bulbous, or square-toed boots that look like they belong on a construction site or in a bad disco era. Those destroy the elegance of the outfit immediately. Instead, you are looking for a refined, almond-shaped toe. It should hug the foot comfortably, but look narrow and sharp from the outside. This is the difference between looking like a dad and looking like a gentleman. Let's discuss materials and pairings, as this is where the Italian aesthetic comes into play. You have two primary paths. The first is the sleek urbanite. This involves a black calfskin leather Chelsea boot, paired with a black leather moto or racer jacket. This is a monochromatic, high-contrast look. It is sharp, severe, and incredibly slimming. It works best for evening events, dinners, or city walking. The shine of the boot complements the sheen of the jacket. The second path, And perhaps the more versatile one for the old money aesthetic is the textural master. Here, you opt for suede specifically in dark brown, tobacco, or charcoal. Suede is the ultimate luxury material because it implies you don't have to work in the mud. Pairing a brown suede Chelsea boot with a brown or cognac leather jacket creates a rich, tactile contrast. The matte finish of the suede softens the aggressive shine of the leather jacket, making you look more approachable, warmer, and more sophisticated. Finally, a note on trousers. Because the Chelsea boot is sleek, your trousers must follow suit. Do not wear baggy jeans that swallow the boot. You want a straight or slightly tapered leg that kisses the top of the boot or covers just the ankle shaft. When you sit down, the elastic gusset might show. That is fine, but when you stand, the line should be impeccable. This pairing is the highest ROI, return on investment move you can make for your casual wardrobe. Part 2. The Suede Chukka Boot. The Softener. While the Chelsea boot is about aerodynamic sharpness, our next contender is about texture, warmth, and a specifically European concept known as sprezzatura, the art of looking stylish without appearing to try too hard. Enter the Suede Chukka Boot, often referred to as the desert boot in its more casual iteration. For the man over 50, this is the ultimate tool to de-escalate the aggression of a leather jacket. Let's analyze the physics of style here. A leather jacket is inherently hard. It reflects light. It has a stiff structure. It acts as armor. If you pair a hard leather jacket with hard, shiny leather shoes, the result can sometimes feel too severe or too biker gang. This is where the Suede Chukka performs its magic. Suede absorbs light rather than reflecting it. It looks soft, tactile, and rich. By placing this soft texture at your feet, you counterbalance the hardness of the jacket at the top. This creates a harmonious, high-low mix that defines the quiet luxury aesthetic. It tells the world, I am confident enough to wear leather, but I am relaxed enough to wear suede. For the mature gentleman, the Suede Chukka is the bridge between the sneaker and the dress shoe. It is perfect for those transition seasons, spring and autumn, when the leather jacket is most often worn. But not all chukkas are created equal. You want to look for an unlined or lightly lined construction. This allows the boot to mold to your foot immediately, providing sneaker-like comfort with gentlemanly aesthetics. The ankle height is critical. It should be just high enough to cover the ankle bone, featuring 2 or 3 pairs of eyelets. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication here. Regarding color, this is your opportunity to introduce earth tones that complement the aging process. As we get older and our hair turns silver or gray, high-contrast black can sometimes look too harsh. Warmer tones soften our overall appearance. A snuff suede, a rich, warm medium brown, tobacco, darker brown, or a sophisticated sand or taupe are excellent choices. Imagine a dark brown leather bomber jacket, perhaps an Italian Valstar style, paired with a cream cable knit sweater, dark denim, and sand-colored suede chukkas. This is a look that fits perfectly in a casual creative office, a weekend brunch, or a stroll through a vineyard. Also, pay attention to the sole. A traditional crepe sole, that gummy, textured rubber, offers a very casual, academic look. Think Steve McQueen in Bullet. It's fantastic for walking, but can look a bit messy if it gets too dirty. For a sharper, more old money approach, look for a chukka with a leather sole or a thin rubber day-night sole. This keeps the profile slim and elegant. The suede chukka effectively removes the midlife crisis risk from the leather jacket because it is a shoe rooted in tradition and comfort, not in speed or rebellion. It grounds the outfit in maturity. It says you appreciate the finer materials in life and that you are dressing for yourself, not to impress a younger crowd. Part 3. The Heritage Service Boot, the Rugged Gentleman. Now, we pivot from the sleekness of the Chelsea and the softness of the chukka to something entirely different. Pure, unadulterated masculinity. This is the Heritage Service Boot. For the man over 50, there comes a time when you want your outfit to say something about resilience, capability, and experience. You want to look like you can fix a flat tire or build a cabin, even if you are just heading to a coffee shop. However, there is a fine line between looking rugged and looking like you are wearing a soldier's costume. The service boot, popularized by brands like Viberg or Aldenis, based on military footwear from the mid-20th century. Unlike the modern hiking boot, which is too technical and sporty, or the combat boot, which often looks too aggressive and juvenile. The service boot is refined ruggedness. It features a lace-up front, often a cap-toe design, and a sturdy sole. But the silhouette remains relatively slim and controlled. This footwear choice is the perfect partner for your heavier leather jackets. If you own a shearling-lined aviator jacket, a heavy cowhide perfecto, or a field jacket, a delicate sneaker or a suede loafer will look weak in comparison. You need a boot that can stand up to the visual weight of that heavy leather. The visual balance here is critical. The heavy jacket demands a heavy anchor at the feet. The secret to pulling this off as a mature man lies in the quality of the leather. You want materials that age better than they look when new. We are talking about Horween Chrome Excel or even Shell Cordovan. These leathers develop a patina, scratches, scuffs, and darkening color that tells a story. For a man over 50, this mirrors our own lives. We have lines and gray hairs, and that is what makes us interesting. A pristine, plastic-looking boot on an older man looks fake. A boot with character looks authentic. Styling this requires attention to your trousers. You cannot wear these boots with thin dress trousers. You need texture. Heavy, raw denim, selvage jeans, or thick wool flannel trousers are essential here. A common styling move is to cuff the jeans just above the boot to show off the selvage line and the construction of the boot. Stick to deep, rich colors. Oxblood, color 8, dark brown, or black T-core leather. This is a commanding look. It projects a sense of strength and stability that is incredibly attractive on a mature man. It is not about fashion. It is about heritage. Part 4. The Minimalist Leather Sneaker, the Modern Traveler. This brings us to the most controversial category for men of our generation: sneakers. Can a man over 50 wear sneakers with a leather jacket? without looking like he is desperately clinging to his youth? The answer is an emphatic yes, but there are incredibly strict rules of engagement. If you break these rules, you fail instantly. First, let's identify the enemy. You absolutely cannot pair a leather jacket with your functional running shoe, the ones you wear to the gym with mesh panels and neon logos. That is a crime against style. Equally, you must avoid the chunky, over-designed, hype-beast sneakers that dominate street culture today. Those belong to teenagers. For the mature man, the goal is sport luxe. We want the comfort of a sneaker, but the architecture of a dress shoe. Enter the minimalist leather sneaker. The archetype here is the common project's Achilles heel, but many brands now offer this aesthetic. The defining features are a complete lack of branding, a slim profile, and premium Italian leather construction. It should look more like a derby shoe made of rubber and soft leather than a piece of athletic equipment. Why does this work with a leather jacket? It creates a modern, cosmopolitan look that is perfect for travel or casual city living. A white or cream leather sneaker adds a pop of brightness that lifts the outfit, making it look fresh and energetic. It pairs exceptionally well with a cafe racer jacket or a modern, slim-fit varsity jacket, a trend that is huge in Italian menswear right now. However, I want to offer a specific piece of advice for the man over 50 who might feel that bright white shoes are too loud. Opt for sneakers in navy blue, charcoal gray, or even black leather with a white sole. These darker tones are more forgiving, stay cleaner longer, and blend more seamlessly with dark jeans or gray wool trousers. The most critical styling rule when wearing sneakers with a leather jacket is the hem break. Because sneakers are low profile, you cannot have your trousers bunching up around your ankles like an accordion. That looks sloppy. Your trousers must be hemmed to a no-break or slight break length. You want a clean, straight line from the jacket down to the shoe. This is the detail that separates the stylish man from the average Joe. It shows you pay attention to fit, not just brands. This combination is the ultimate expression of modern practicality. You are ready for a long walk in Paris or Rome, looking sharp every step of the way. Part 5. The brogue dress boot, the elevated dinner look. Finally, we arrive at the most sophisticated level of the hierarchy. Many men believe that a leather jacket is strictly a casual garment, forbidden from high-end restaurants or the theater. This is false. You can wear leather to a nice dinner, but you must master the art of the high-low mix. You cannot wear sneakers, and you certainly cannot wear rugged work boots. This is where the brogue dress boot, often a wingtip boot, enters the room. This footwear choice is the secret of creative directors, architects, and the most stylish men in Milan. It solves a specific problem. How do you look dressy without wearing a suit? A standard low-cut Oxford shoe looks too delicate and office-like next to the weight of a leather jacket. It creates a disconnect. A dress boot, however, has the height and substance to match the jacket. But the brogue detailing, the decorative perforations, adds a layer of sartorial elegance that elevates the entire ensemble. For men over 50, this is a power move. It suggests that you are not just throwing on clothes, you are curating an image. When choosing a brogue boot, look for a slimmer silhouette than the service boot we discussed earlier. The sole should be leather or a very thin, discreet rubber, like a day-night sole. It shouldn't look heavy. It should look fast and refined. The color choice here is critical for the quiet luxury vibe. While black is standard, I strongly urge you to consider oxblood, burgundy, or cordovan. Why? Because these reddish-brown tones are incredibly rich. They look magnificent under the warm lighting of a restaurant or bar. They pair effortlessly with charcoal gray wool trousers or dark navy chinos. Picture this outfit. A pair of charcoal flannel trousers, perfectly hemmed. A black, fine-gauge turtleneck sweater. Your favorite black or dark brown leather jacket. And a pair of polished oxblood brogue boots. This is a look that commands respect. It is masculine but artistic. It separates you from the crowd of men wearing generic blazers or ill-fitting shirts. It proves that even in your 50s and 60s, you are still discovering new ways to interpret classic menswear. Gentlemen, style after 50 is not about chasing trends. It is about refining your character. A leather jacket is a powerful statement piece, but remember this. Your shoes are the punctuation mark at the end of that sentence. They determine whether the statement is an exclamation of confidence or a question mark of confusion. Whether you choose the sleek Chelsea, the relaxed Chukka, or the rugged service boot, let one rule guide you: quality over quantity. Cheap leather on your feet will always cheapen the expensive leather on your back. It is better to own one pair of magnificent boots that you care for and re-sole than 10 pairs of disposable shoes. Invest in your foundation, and your style will stand the test of time. If you found value in this guide, subscribe for more insights into the art of quiet luxury. Walk tall, gentlemen.